7 signs that you are going to be rich. Let's talk about this for a second. Are you destined to be rich? What are the chances that you will achieve a level of success that 99% of people can't ever achieve in their entire lives? Let's talk about this. After studying thousands of successful people, thousands of successful athletes, people that are just so focused and determined to achieve massive success in their lives, I've come to ask myself, what are the secrets? What are the signs that if you can emulate them and if you can start doing them yourself, will lead you to a life of wealth and abundance like you've never seen before, like people can only dream of? After myself going from completely broke college kid to building a multi-million-dollar internet empire, which is only the beginning for me, I've studied what it is exactly that makes rich people rich. And these are not theories, these are not guesses, this is not speculation, these are signs. Let's see how many of these signs you have. Comment down below. Sign number 1. You are thinking about and visualizing success all the time. Every waking hour, every waking moment that you're going about your day right now. If you're still stuck in a 9-to-5 job right now, you might be in college, you might be studying, whatever it is that you're doing. Every single moment that you have, you're thinking and visualizing about your future success. That is a sure sign that you are on your way to a life that you've dreamed of. And, something from my own experience is that when I started out with online entrepreneurship, specifically with, online business, I was still stuck in my 9-to-5 job. I was still, driving to work, waking up at 6 a.m. every single morning. And every single minute that I was stuck in traffic, I would visualize my future success. I would visualize exactly how my life would be, the type of apartment that I would be living in. Back then, I was dreaming of living in a penthouse in Arizona. And so I was dreaming of my future car that I would have. I was dreaming of the future freedom that I would have, being able to travel the world, being able to go on trips whenever I wanted to, and having that financial abundance that nobody in my family ever had. Now, if you've already started dreaming of your future life, exactly how it would be, where you would live, the type of house or apartment that you would live in, the type of car you would be driving, the type of people you would hang out with, people that would, pull you up, like successful people, not people that pull you down, then you're already on an amazing path to achieving the life of your dreams. I can tell you that these are just some of the things that separate the mega successful people from the average, from mediocre people that never achieve what they want out of life. Now, if you're not already visualizing, you haven't created a vision of what your future life looks like yet, then go and do that right now. Pause this video, take a notebook, and write down my vision, write down your name, and then write down my vision. And then make that vision, for the next 3 years of your life. So in 3 years, exactly how your life would look like with absolutely no limits. And this is exactly what I did 3 years ago. And my life looks way better than that vision. Exactly. I've achieved every single thing that I've mentioned on that vision. For one, I was able to move to my dream place, my dream city, Scottsdale, Arizona. And I was able to get a penthouse apartment, the best in the city. And then after that, 6 months later, I was able to move to my dream penthouse apartment in Vancouver, Canada with a beautiful mountain view. I was also able to help my parents out in the process, get my dream motorcycle, achieve a level of financial abundance that has allowed me to, pretty much do anything whenever I want, travel the world. Right now, I'm in Helsinki, Finland. I'm staying in this beautiful apartment right here. And, it's just some of the things that I've been able to do because I wrote down that vision. That's what you have to do right now. You have to sit down, you have to write down your name, write down your vision. Sign number 2, you have amazing habits. No drugs, no alcohol, no bullshit, no, substances that you take just to get away and run away from reality, from, what's facing you in front of you in your life. Habits determine 95% of a person's behavior. So right now, if you are someone who, instead of taking drugs, instead of going out and drinking until they're wasted, just to go and wake up hungover every single weekend, 3 times a week, if you're someone who instead of that prefers to work on their business, take action, find products to sell for e-commerce, on Amazon FBA, on Shopify, or find clients if you're running an agency, or just anything that has to do with taking action to move yourself forward, reading self-development books, studying what makes successful people successful, and you're on a path of massive success. Number 3, third sign that you're on your way to getting rich. If you're not afraid of failure, and if you're constantly failing. Right now, if you are taking action, as I mentioned in sign number 2, and you're taking action towards, getting clients, finding new products to start selling in your online business, Amazon FBA, Shopify, finding clients for social media marketing. And obviously, you're going to be failing, right? Not everything is going to go, super amazingly. You will encounter obstacles that you're going to have to face. But if you're not afraid of failure, and most people, 99% of people are afraid of failure, and that's what stops them from achieving the life of their dreams, then you are headed to success. You are headed to an amazing life. At first I was very afraid of failure. And I was thinking to myself, if I failed, what would everybody else think of me? What would others think of me? And one day it all clicked in my mind. The difference between those that achieve massive success and ultimate failure is the fact that those that achieve success, they are not afraid to fail, and they fail thousands of times. You don't have to fail thousands of times, but you can't be afraid of failing thousands of times, because if that's what it takes for you to achieve a life that nobody else can live, then that's what it takes. You have to do it, right? Let me give you a quote, one of my favorite statistics. 99% of people quit after they hit 3 failures. So if you can get past 3 failures and you don't quit, then surely you will achieve success because you're already ahead of 99% of people. Sign number 4, you have confidence. You have ultimate confidence in yourself no matter what you're doing right now. You know that you are destined for greatness, and you're also aware of the fact that every successful person started somewhere. Every single successful person was in your shoes when they were starting out, and they had to figure everything out on their own. They had to face the failures, they had to face the obstacles. So when I found that out myself, I thought that successful people were born successful. I thought that rich people were born rich, and to get rich is just, worthless. It's not even a worthy endeavor because I thought that rich people were born rich. I thought that rich people had it just, spoon-fed to them, when in fact it's not true. They all started in your shoes. So if you have confidence in yourself and what you're doing, and you have confidence in the fact that what you're pursuing right now, if it's a business, whatever business it is, if it's an online business, if it's e-commerce, if it's social media marketing, finding clients, anything, window cleaning, whatever it is, right? I actually was window cleaning only a few years ago. If you have confidence in yourself, then nothing can stop you. Your level of success is determined by your level of confidence. Remember that. If you have supreme confidence, then you will succeed. Sign number 5. You have an iron will. No matter what comes in front of you, no matter what obstacle, no matter what failure, you know that your willpower can guide you to success, right? The reason why most people, they stay stuck in their, miserable lives is because they don't have any willpower. In today's world, we're all so used to comfort. We're all so used to getting, instant gratification like this. We all have our phones, right? And we just go spend our entire life scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through social media, scrolling through Snapchat, because we're just, pumping our brain with dopamine. And that's because we've been trained as a society for instant gratification. And, whenever you have to do anything, whenever a person in today's society has to do any kind of work that requires, some kind of level of commitment, that requires, overpowering obstacles, overcoming obstacles, then they fail because they just can't. They can't even, have just a little bit of willpower. And it's the same reason why so many people are overweight. It's the same reason why so many people can't get off drugs. It's the same reason why so many people are stuck, is because they have a lack of willpower. So if you have an iron will, then you are surely headed to success, because that is the number one key to achieving massive greatness in your life. And if you don't have an iron will, if you're the person who is lazy, who procrastinates, who doesn't care, who always puts things off until tomorrow, then you need to wake up, because you are destined for poverty. You are destined for mediocrity. Nothing will change in your life. You will stay miserable. You will stay in a 9-to-5 job, and you will stay making, $18 an hour, $20 an hour for the rest of your life as the maximum achievement, right? Will you be happy with this kind of success in your life? Will you be happy with the fact that after you die, nobody will remember you because you always put things off until tomorrow? You need to fix that as soon as possible, or it's going to cost you your entire success. Sign number 6. You don't care what others think of you. You literally don't give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck and you don't care what others think of you, then that is literally step 1 to achieving any kind of success in your life, because everybody will try to pull you down. All successful people have to face the fact that there are many jealous people in the world, and there are many people that want to pull you down. You have to understand that if you achieve success, then you will have thousands of people, millions of people, even if you achieve really a massive level of success where you're known on the world scale, then you will see that maybe, those that were your friends, they're going to get jealous. And, those that don't have the level of success that you have, they're going to try to pull you down. They're going to tell you whatever you're doing is not worth it, even though you know deep in your heart that's your destiny. You know that this is what you have to do right now. I can tell you from my own experience, I get hate every single day. But let me tell you, I've learned to not give a fuck, because haters are the greatest gift. Haters show that you are someone in this world that deserves to get hated on, right? Most people, they don't even deserve to get hated on because they're nothing. They haven't achieved anything. They haven't, even achieved any kind of worthy success. But if you have haters, that's the greatest gift, because that means that you're relevant and that you're someone that people are talking about. Attention is today's currency. So remember, stop giving a fuck what other people think and follow your heart, follow your passion. And sign number 7 is having a high awareness factor. Now, what do I mean by having a high awareness factor? Whenever you're going through life, right, you have to understand, you have to be aware of what's going on. When I was still sitting in my 9-to-5 job in my cubicle, I started to become aware of what was really going on, in that office, in that building. And I realized that that was a worthless pursuit to continue this 9-to-5, just going to work every single day, not really achieving anything, just being comfortable with average and mediocrity. And so I realized if I became aware of that massive lie that I was being fed, what other lies am I being fed, right? College, debt, wearing a suit just so people can think you're important, getting that prestigious job, going to business school. These are all other lies that after I raised my awareness factor, I realized, these are just some of the things that were going on there. And these are not limited to external things. You also have to be internally aware. So know what your strengths and weaknesses are. If you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, you're not going to go pursue businesses, and you're not going to go pursue ventures that go against your strengths and that, go with your weaknesses. So instead, you want to follow your strengths and avoid doing things that have your weakness as a major role, like playing a major role. And having a high awareness factor is also refusing to bend to the awareness of others. That also relates to it because most people are not aware. They don't even know what's going on. Everything is just being spoon-fed to them, all the information, and they just blindly accept it. So you have to realize to stop bending to the opinions of others whose lives you don't want to be living. Only listen to people who have achieved what you want to achieve in your life. Comment down below, do you have any of those signs that lead to riches? If you don't, start working on them right now. And if you do, then build on the others that you don't have so that you maximize the speed that you achieve success. If you want to learn how I went and I raised myself from failure, from broke failure to success with online business, then go ahead and click on this video right here. It's going to be right here somewhere in the video. And in that video, I talk about exactly how I raised myself from failure and from, being depressed, from having this, all this ambition, all this passion for wanting to do something and for entrepreneurship and not having an avenue to pursue it with, and how I overcame that and achieved success. Go ahead and click on that video. It's very important to watch it. You don't want to miss that. I'll see you soon.